I run multiple successful businesses entirely on my own. I do not have employees. I do not have a VA. I do it on my own, and I'm going to tell you how. Because remember, I'm running multiple businesses, and I've also got free time in my day to do all sorts of fun, fabulous things. So how am I able to run multiple full-time businesses where I am fully invested in this and doing a lot of work, but also have free time to go have a life and do all the fun things? It comes down to systems and automations. I am actually using strategy inside of my business to create systems and funnels and to set up automations so I can do a lot of the work without actually having to physically do it myself. Let me break this down for you. There are a lot of things in my businesses where I set up automations. This can be anything from my newsletters to my messenger inside of my Instagram and my Facebook, all the way to scheduling things to go out on places like YouTube. And with this in mind, I am creating automation. So I'm doing the manual work of setting up these automations, and then the systems kick it out to people as it happens. So with my newsletter, I actually have a series of newsletters that go out when people sign up to join my newsletter to get my freebies and all those things. These newsletters will go out to people without me having to jump in and say, oh, well, Susie Q just signed up. Let me go ahead and send her email 1 and 2 and 3 over the course of a couple of days. I am not manually doing that work. My system does that work, and because I have already created that content, all it has to do is trigger it and send that out. Similarly, I am doing this on my social media. There are ways to automate your Instagram and your Facebook Messenger, so when people message you with frequently asked questions or to get a freebie or to talk to you in some capacity, you can actually set up a bot so that it interacts like a person, so it feels like they're having a genuine conversation, and they can deliver this information, and then they can click on buttons for different options to get different freebies or to get to different answers or to get different links sent to them. And if they step outside of the parameters of what you've already set up, then your system will alert you to jump in. So when I'm doing things on my Instagram or on my Facebook, if you're messaging me, you're probably getting one of my bots first. That bot is then able to give a lot of people the answers that they're looking for without ever having to have me do the manual work of sending them freebies or links or information or answering questions, because I've already programmed it. And if they need something else, then I can jump in. But 90% of the time, I don't actually have to handle the things that show up in my inbox. And these automations can range from my newsletter, where people are getting daily content for several days, to my social media, where they're getting questions answered in real time without me having to answer them for them, and all the way over to really good, really strong checkout carts or product deliveries or service deliveries. There's so much inside of my business that I don't have to touch. I can set it up once and let it run, and then every once in a while I'll check in, I'll update things, I'll give new information, but I don't have to do a ton of work in my business because I've set up these automations, and they're so easy to set up, and the systems and funnels I create walk people through different steps. So I can send people to webinars, I can send them to trainings, I can send them through different courses and different pieces of information that they can learn and then buy from me. There's so much I don't have to do because I've set up these automations. And that then frees up my time to create other content. So while I do not have to do a ton of this manual work inside of my business, now I have the opportunity to create more TikToks and more YouTube videos and more trainings for you. I can create more products to sell. I can create more courses. I can update courses. I can do all sorts of things that I wouldn't have had the time to do if I had to manually do that, or if I had to pay an employee to do that for me. You see, I don't have to hire a VA because my systems, my automations act as my VAs. I could pay a person to go do all this work for me, or I could set up a system and have it help hundreds and thousands of people for a much, much, much lower cost, where I'm setting it up by myself first. Before anybody else sees it, it is in my words, it is in my tone, it is specifically me. So my fingerprints are on all these areas of my business, and then it's just kicking it out for me. It saves me time and effort and prevents me from having to spend money on other things that I don't necessarily need in my business because I could do it myself. Now, automations are something that I heavily studied at the beginning of my career. I learned how to use these programs. I learned which ones were going to be effective, and I can very strongly identify when I talk to my coaching clients what's going to work best for them. So I can look at a business and say, we need this, 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 and this. Here's how we can streamline this. You do not need this one. You can use a free version of this one. You can pay for this one. We can actually combine things so that you're not paying for multiple programs all over the place. I'm very, very good at streamlining this is for people and for businesses. And that's because I spent all this time learning how to do these automations, creating these systems and funnels, and making it sound like it's my own voice. So when people are interacting with my systems, it very much feels like a direct interaction with me. The nice thing about this is that I can then be very hands-on and very high touch with the communications I have with them without me having to do it every single time. So when I have clients come to me, some are working directly with me, but some go through my automated systems and funnels before they ever get to me. And before they get to me, have they gone through my systems and funnels and automations, they already feel like they know me, they understand me, they trust me, they've been in communication with me because they have. And now they get that direct contact with me so that we can move forward with that working relationship. So having this ability to set up these automations and really be hands-on with that process is instrumental in building up what I'm doing and making sure I'm a very clear part of my business and the interactions I'm having with these people before they come and work with me in person in a coaching capacity or in a course capacity or whatever it happens to be. Setting up systems and funnels inside of my business and your business saves us time and effort. It allows that high-touch feel inside of our business, and it really prepares people to then work with us in a one-on-one capacity or an in-person capacity. I love my systems and my automations because it saves me time and effort. I don't have to go hire people that then could potentially mess things up. I'm in charge of everything, and I can fix things when I need to update it or something breaks or I need to add things in or I want to add more benefit to it. I have direct contact with all those things. I'm overseeing it, and it doesn't take up my time and effort and energy and stress. I can set it up and then just tweak it as I need going through the future. I have had systems and structures set up inside of my business for many, many years that are still actively running today, and I just tweak them every once in a while to make them a little more modern with what I'm doing inside of my business. But they've seen me through a lot of years inside of my business. Now, I could pay a VA to do all of this stuff for me, or I could pay the systems or use the free versions of it to then do all these really cool things inside of my business and not have to worry about overseeing another person and dealing with their jobs and all this extra work. So it just makes a lot of sense inside of my business and most people's businesses to have automations and systems set up so that you can have that high touch capacity with your clients and make sure that you're building up your business the way that you need to, exactly how you want it in your voice. If you're new to systems or if you just want to level up what you're doing inside of your business, I have lots of free videos on my YouTube channel, I have courses on my website, and I have one-on-one personalized coaching where I literally look at your business and tell you exactly what you can do. You can make those decisions, I can help you make those decisions, and based on what you choose, we can then move forward with really making sure we set up your business for success so that you can be hands-off, so that you can do everything else while still having that high-touch personal conversation with your potential new clients. Let me know in the comments which of these automations and systems you want to learn more about. I'll direct you toward content I already have available for you, and we might be making some more content as well, so we can help you level up with your content creation to save you time and effort and energy so you can get back to running your business while still being present on social media. And if you want to hire me for coaching to come and look at your business, you're going to want to come over to kmrobinson.com where you can work with me to learn how to create these systems and strategies inside of your business to save you time, effort, energy, and grow your business.